we just saw Life. Category would you describe that in, Jake Powell?
I don't even know.
I don't know either.
You start the movie, you know, every outer space movie, where are we at? Outer space.
Space, right.
Just a shot of the stars and nothing in them.
Real pretty, real pretty.
So the movie is about astronauts and outer space on the space station, and
they're trying to find life from Mars. Every outer space movie always has to deal with Mars. So they're trying to figure out if there is life on Mars, and basically that's what the whole movie's about. It goes into that, and they have this one specimen that they find, and they find that it is a functioning organism.
So that's it. It's shot in outer space, about finding life on Mars, and the plot progresses and just the movie takes off, and you really figure out that, you know, there might be life on Mars. And do we really want to know if there is? No.
So the whole entire theme, I guess you would say, of Life is basically, it's a pop-out movie. If you don't like pop-out movies, then I wouldn't recommend seeing it. I was jumping the whole time. I don't like pop-out movies, but Jake Powell definitely wanted to see this one, so we sucked it up and we saw it together. Definitely spooked the crap out of me the entire time. One of those movies that definitely just has you on the edge of your seat, or not looking at the screen at all the entire movie. Definitely one of those movies. I almost couldn't handle it, but sat through the movie, didn't take my eyes off the screen one time. So I say the movie's all right in my opinion, and that's just where I'm at with it.
I enjoyed the movie. I like space movies. I do. I think that there's a lot that you can just like play on with space. There's no real, we haven't played with it enough. So, you know, you can do whatever you want with a space movie.
Interstellar, Martian, that's not enough for
There's
you.
not enough. You're just like, well, who's he and who's she and what are they really doing? But then I think it kind of tells you. I think it does develop, and you get your peak, your climax and you're falling, and you get it all. I enjoy it.
You get it all, but the way it was delivered.
The delivery's different. It's
rough.
different. It's just new. I enjoyed the movie. I thought that the actors were all very well. Ryan Reynolds, 100%, just is himself all the time, and it's so funny.
Same guy every time.
Like any movie he's in, he is that guy. He is himself.
Okay, now for our report card system of review for this film, The Film of Life. All right, so we have a report card here, right? You got social studies, you got science, you got math, you got all the classes, right? So we're gonna pick 3 things to judge the movie on, okay? So the classes that we have on the report card are spookiness, overall spook factor.
Because it's
a spooky movie. It was made to spook you out. Visually, how it looked, it's a space movie, you know, people love, you know, the way it looks, the way it feels, the way the gravity looked, all that stuff. So visually. And then the third class is just overall movie. How was the overall movie? What's the grade for that? So the grade that we came to for a conclusion for the spook factor is, Jake Powell.
It was B.
It was a B for spook factor.
It was a B.
It was a B. Got you jumping out of your seat, so you got a B. You could show mom that, you know, mom would be happy about that.
She'd be like, whoa, that's spooky.
Yeah, right.
That's spooky, sweetie.
So, the next class on the report card is visually. How did the movie look visually? What did we see with our eyes? What did we think about it? In our hindsight. So, like, you know, you see the space, you see the people floating around, you know, that was a huge thing, because sometimes people don't nail gravity. You looking at something?
It's a goose.
Dude, is there something back there, man? It's freaking me out. We just watched a spooky movie. You can't do that to me. So, visually, how did the gravity look? How did the spaceship look? How did planet Earth look when they were looking down on it? The astronaut suits, all that stuff. Visually, Jake Powell, what do we give this movie?
An A.
An A. That was a good A with his hands right there. That's what I'm talking about. He's been practicing, you hear that? Then, so, for the last class on the report card, we have the one that we will probably include in every single movie review, the overall grade of the movie, what we thought about it overall. What letter grade do we give it, Jake Powell?
A C.
A C. All right, we'll tell you why we give it a C. We give it a C because it did the job of spooking us. It looked great. It was a good movie. But would we watch it again? Maybe not. Was it worth our money?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Worth our money. but probably just wouldn't go see this one again in theaters. Recommend you seeing it for sure, but definitely just one of those movies you gotta see, but not something that you die if you didn't see it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
It's one
die.
of those movies.
It's one of those movies. You could live without it, but it's worth seeing. If you're into getting spooked in it, if you're into space movies and stuff like that, does a great job of that.
All right, so that concludes Impulse Movie Review. If you want a not so Impulse movie spoiler, let us know in the comments below.